Hi friends, welcome to this pre-market analysis of Nifty, where on a chart we try to make informed guesses of where buyers and sellers are. So these are the supports and resistances and fair value gaps that we had drawn for first timers in this pre-market analysis. We normally fix the biases on each time frame, the monthly, the weekly, daily, 4-hour and 1 hour. This is an indicator that I'm testing of the same analysis, and this is where I manually input it, and the end of the analysis we just compare the results. That's it. We had drawn these lines. These rays are basically supports and resistances, buyers and sellers, and these are fair value gaps towards which the symbol or the index tends to get attracted to and repelled from. So basically these are zones of liquidity where the index tends to retrace to and then continue its journey in a particular direction. So it's not as simple, but when read with the bias, it's a very powerful analysis for trading. So as usual, let's go and delete all the analysis from the previous day and start afresh. We always start with the monthly time frame. On a monthly time frame, we are not sure of Nifty's bias. Why am I not sure? Because for a bullish bias, there has to be a higher low formed, and for a bearish bias, there has to be a lower high formed. But the March candle had invalidated this higher low, where this was where the strongest buyers were. They got invalidated, and now we are waiting for a bias to play out. Right now, all the stop losses of these buyers were hit, and now that level is taken over by the sellers. So this is a resistance. Let's mark it with a thicker line just so that intraday I know intuitively that it's a monthly level. And the next resort, the next area where buyers are is this level. Let me mark it in green. So these are the two important levels in the month on a monthly time frame, and the bias is not sure. Going over to the weekly time frame, it gets pretty interesting here. The weekly time frame, Nifty is bearish, not because of this swing high, because this swing high is still being formed. Because of this swing high, this swing high is much lower than this swing high, so it's a lower high. And what that means is, on a weekly time frame, Nifty is bearish. What we have here, we have a fair value gap here and another fair value gap there. Both of them have been respected with this candle, and it's moving down. So I'm just drawing this fair value gap here, and on a daily time frame there's a bullish fair value gap here. So fair value gaps have been areas where there were a lot of market orders that actually made the index to move violently on a direction wherein all those limit orders were left behind. So these gaps are the limit orders, liquidity remaining there. So when it came down, there was another fair value gap also here that's like pretty well taken, and then this is the fair value gap that's taken. And if you can see, this swing low was where this support was taken, and this resistance was taken. This, like, I'll just draw a line here for clarity's sake. If you draw a line here, you see that this is where the support was taken, and then the fall continues. I'm deleting this because that's already taken. I do not want to keep that in my drawing. So on a weekly time frame, if you look at this now, this is taken. It can come down to this fair value gap, and from here it can be bought back again. So it's something that could happen. I'm not saying it will happen, but on a monthly time frame, tomorrow is today is the tomorrow is the last trading session, not today. So this a close below this level just signifies how strong the sellers at this level are. This line that we are on, that is 24,337, just signifies how strong the sellers are. The sell orders are basically at that level. Going over to the daily time frame. On a daily time frame, what is the bias of Nifty? On a daily time frame, again, it is not sure. Why is it not sure? You see this swing high, that swing high was taken, this swing low, that swing low was also taken, and then no swing high, no continuous consistent subsequent swing highs or lows, so the bias is not sure. And there's a fair value gap here, so Nifty could just sting into it and fall. Let me just draw this fair value gap. This is a bearish fair value gap. It needs to be in red. And Nifty could fall. If there's an open somewhere here, then it's a good opportunity to sell. On a 4-hour time frame, what is the bias on a 4-hour time frame? Nifty has become bearish on a 4-hour time frame. Why do I say it is bearish? Because you see this is swing high and then there's a lower high formed. Or lower high means this is the area where the sellers are right now, about at this swing high. From here they have come all the way down here. So this is now the area that has to be protected for a bearish bias on a 4-hour time frame. And what was the last support taken? The last support taken was this order block. You see this candle? This is an order block. Why is it an order block? You see this is typically smart money luring retailers into a bearish trade. And then you see where it opened and then how high it went. So it's a strong order block. And if I just draw a line there, you see where that support was taken perfectly at the order block. So ideally we shouldn't be considering this level right now because it's already been taken. So I'm just drawing it for curiosity for all of you to see how nicely these are respected. On a 1-hour time frame, what is a bias? I don't think there is a bias. There is no bias because you see this was a swing high, that swing high was taken. This was a swing low, that swing low was also taken. So there is no bias on a hourly time frame. Not a nice day to trade for intraday option traders like me, directional option traders like me. I would rather keep out of the market on such a day. Once again, I am not a certified analyst or advisor. I just do this for educational purpose. Thank you.